Okay, hello my beautiful friends. I'm usually in my office, but today I'm weirdly in my bathroom. Mostly because I'm just too tired to actually take my ring light and the other light that I need to just create this whole little lighting ambiance. Oh, and I don't like that because you can see my, nice. As you can tell too, I don't like to edit these videos. I'm just too busy, and mostly because it's boring and I don't want to. Okay, so I've been doing so many updates because today is a good day. I have energy. I've had a lot of coffee and some other stuff to get me going and help me earn this money for my very expensive, not covered by insurance because it's fucking bullshit, surgery. All right, so I've been off for about a month. As you could tell from my previous videos, I was fucking angry. By the way, I really like the F word. I am definitely a cursor. So if that bothers you, tough shit, because I'm not stopping. I'm just going to be authentic and me, and I love the word fuck. So, oh, the brain fog kicks in. What was I saying? Oh, update. So yes, I've been off social media for a while because I was just angry. I was grieving. I was sad. I was processing. And although I did want you guys to see it, I did need to kind of get some stuff under control because it was getting a little crazy. So I went through the anger. I went through the grief. I cried a lot. I was angry a lot. I had to talk to a lot of different people. But I'm good. I've also booked my surgery, so there's a lot of weight that is lifted off my chest, just knowing that. Literally lifted, like I've actually been able to breathe a little bit better. That was a good one. That was a good one. Not full, but that was a good one. So I'm talking about getting deep breaths. Sometimes that's really difficult to do. So on my Instagram and my Facebook, if you guys don't already follow me, please do. I'm the Conscious Creator 32. Conscious Creator 32. And then I think on my Facebook, I'm Carissa Marie Kearns. Fuck, I don't know. I'm totally gonna dial all that in for you guys. I'm just learning how to do this. I'm just learning how to do reels. I'm just learning how to really do what I can to bring awareness to you. I'm also writing a book, and I'm also starting a podcast. So stay tuned. The other day I was talking about all of my diagnoses that I have had since I've had my breast implants. And on my video, my other video, I said it's been since I was 18, but that's not true. And I forgot my symptoms actually didn't start till about 4 or 5 years after the implants. At least that's what I remember. That's what I recall. Cause I wasn't sick when I was with my daughter's father. We spent almost 4 years together, and I was not sick during that time. But it started about a year after that breakup, mostly because trauma does bring it on as well. So, what was I saying? Diagnoses. Okay, so dude, these breast implants and Allergen, that pharmaceutical company, fuck you. I hope, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that. Nope, we're gonna love and we're gonna forgive. Okay, so, Allergen stole my 20s. The breast implant stole my 20s. The FDA stole my 20s. Pretty much everyone who is responsible for giving me the information so I could make a medically informed decision to get these toxic bags in me, which I absolutely would not have had I been told about the 42 heavy metals. Had I even been told that the silicone, right? I have saline implants, but the bag is silicone. Nobody mentioned that. The doctors just say, oh, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. And for some reason, we just subconsciously trust these fucks. I know better than to trust them. Trust me, I know better. Because I know one very well, and I've known him for a very long time, and I know not to fucking trust him. For some reason, I still did, man. That white coat, you're like, oh yeah, great, they're safe. You say they're safe, FDA says they're safe, every woman gets them, cool, they're safe. No. All right. So back to my diagnoses. So since the age of 22, I have been diagnosed with IBS-C, that is irritable bowel syndrome with constipation. It got to the point that I was completely dependent on laxatives to have a bowel movement. It was absolutely insane. And then the laxatives stopped working. Okay, and this is with a clean diet. Well, maybe not at the time. This is what made me go clean. So I got gluten-free, dairy-free, practically sugar-free. I've always been a huge water drinker, right? But I even upped my water and still had all the symptoms. For years. Not until I got to my holistic doctor did they did get better. And now I can poop on my own like a big girl, woohoo. Not entirely, I do take the nasty tea that my holistic doctor has me on, but that's fine. Annoying. Oh, IBS-C. After and the IBS lasted years, you guys, like years. Like I had heartburn, I was losing tons of weight, I was going to gastroenterologists, I was having colonoscopies, I was having endoscopies where colonoscopy is up your booty, where they look at you with the camera. Endoscopy is when they go down your throat, always to be told, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. We don't know what's wrong. We don't know what's wrong. We don't know what's wrong. All right, well, I can't shit on my own, so clearly something's wrong here. Nope. So I went on for that for years, like over a decade. And what else? I'm doing my diagnoses right now, not my symptoms. We'll get into my symptoms on the next video. Okay, so diagnosis is, we're doing diagnoses. So, oh, and then fibromyalgia. That one came in my mid-20s, which was so ludicrous to me. I'm like, dude, I'm too fucking clean to have fibromyalgia. Now, I was living very stressfully. So I kind of bought it. I was like, well, you know, I am really stressed. My dad's sick. He's got MS, you know, like really none of my family's in good shape. So I bought it. Then I healed from it, okay? I found out about Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you guys have any autoimmune, look into him. So I actually healed my fibromyalgia, which is really difficult to do and not a lot of people do it. So the doctors were like, oh, that's so awesome. And I'm like, oh, it's so cool, yay. Boom, just to get another diagnosis of another autoimmune. Rayon? Well, I forget what it was called. I forget what it was called. I healed that one too. And then I just couldn't eat anything. Like I could not eat a thing. I mean, it was to the point where like I was so skinny. I'm gonna start doing interviews. Because I wish I could actually like interview my daughter, interview Drew, because they're the one closest to me that have seen this mess, you know? Actually, a lot of my friends even remember. People are like typing me and they're like, yeah, I remember you could never poop. That was so weird. Yeah, I remember you've been in pain and couldn't go to Disneyland with us. Like when you were 27. Like so many things are coming back into my consciousness because other people were actually aware, but I was just trying to cover it up for so many years because one, I thought there was something wrong with me, which there was, and I couldn't figure it out. And two, I was just embarrassed. I didn't want to be a victim. I didn't want to be sick. So I really stuffed that shit down. I especially did not want to affect my daughter's life with any type of, you know, mom victim mentality. So I literally just got on prescriptions. I got on Adderall so that I could have more energy. I increased caffeine intake. I exercised. I did everything I could so that way I did not come off as like this sick mom raising my kid. I didn't want that for her. Fuck that. So I hit a lot of this and I hit it well. I do know what to get. That's a different story for a different day. Okay, other diagnoses, degenerative disc disease in my L4, which I thought was crazy. Like, how are my bones literally deteriorating if I'm not even 30, doctor? Like, you don't need to go to med school to know that this is not adding up. Okay, it's not adding up, doc, sorry. What else? I really need to write this shit down so you guys don't have to watch me ponder. I became an alcoholic from self-medicating. No clue if that would have... Anxiety! Yes. I was like, there's another main one. Oh my God, the anxiety. Now, let me be 100% honest and transparent. I have had anxiety since the age of 6. Obviously, long before breast implants. I didn't know I was having anxiety then. I didn't tell anybody. I would have gotten in a lot of trouble for expressing emotion in my family. So I never told a soul. And it went on for years and years and years. And then it stopped when I gave birth to my beautiful daughter. And it actually did not come back the whole 4 years, almost 4 years, I think. I was with her father. I didn't have any anxiety. It came on as soon as I hit 22, which was when the majority of my symptoms started happening. And this was such bad anxiety that I would drink for it. You know, I was truly self-medicating. I was never a partier. I never really went out and did all that. I had my daughter and I was in college and got a real estate license and started an entrepreneurial business all at the age of like 22, 23. So I was not interested in partying and I really wasn't interested in alcohol because my mom is an alcoholic, slowly dying of all of this. And I was raised by one, so I didn't want that. But the anxiety was uncontrollable. And then they would put me on Xanax, but I would completely have a blackout. I'm talking about like the lowest, I don't remember what the lowest strength of Xanax is, like the milligrams and stuff. I haven't been on it in years. But they would put me on the lowest and I'd black out. You know, it wasn't like obvious to anybody, but I would wake up the next morning and have no recollection of doing my daughter's homework with her. Like none. Again, I didn't know it at the time, but that is the BII as well. Blacking out on alcohol is associated with BII. Tons of women are listing these symptoms. Like, oh, I had 2 glasses of wine and literally have no recollection of last night. We're up and walking and talking, right? It's not like we're like, that's not the case. We're up walking and talking like everything is fine. But all of the chemicals that are found in the implants, like acetone, just all sorts of crazy shit. I listed my all of the information on my Instagram of all the 42 heavy metals if you guys want to check that out. Fuck, what was I saying? I had it right now on the tip of my tongue, or the tip of my consciousness. What was I just saying? I had such a good point to give you guys. Fuck, this is so frustrating. I'm gonna have to learn to edit. I'm gonna have to. Shit, I cannot remember what I was saying at all, of what symptom we were on. Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, so, oh, anxiety. So yeah, I have had it since I was a kid, but it did get, my alcoholic friends would seriously like flip their fucking shit if they heard me say this, but I have no idea if I would even be an alcoholic if I wasn't so, in my opinion, needing to self-medicate. Because like I said, the doctors would give me something for anxiety, which is still fucking stupid because it's not treating the root cause. Western medicine, okay? You have a symptom, you give me a pill. What the fuck does that do for the root cause? If a tree, right? If we look at a tree and the tree is slowly dying, do you call an arborist and the arborist comes over and sprays shit on the leaves? Okay? Oh, the leaves are brown. Let me spray some ointment on it. No, they treat the soil. The soil is the root problem. Same with humans. Okay? But this is why our doctors don't know this. And my father's a physician, okay? So I know this stuff and I've got insider information. Listen to me. Big Pharma is one of the largest and richest corporations, okay, in America. Big Pharma owns our medical schools, okay? Big Pharma is in control of educating our doctors. They literally write and provide the curriculum, okay? Do you think that curriculum includes ways to be healthy? Why on earth would it? Would they make any money off of their prescription pills if they are promoting and teaching you how to be healthy? No. Because then you wouldn't have to take their prescription pills. Prescription pills are not medicine. Things from the earth are medicine that have been around before antiquity. Okay, Mother Earth will provide you what you need, not a fucking man in a lab in a white coat, okay, with an ulterior motive, which is this, okay? Don't believe me. Do your own research. I beg of you. When you start doing it, this shit is so easy to see. Okay, it is like, oh. Okay? That's a tangent. So, oh, another symptom, breathing. It is so hard to get a deep breath. So this is getting a little long. Do you guys watch this for this long? I don't know. I'm going to end it because I'm getting tired. And I will include the rest of my symptoms on a different day, hopefully not in my bathroom because it echoes a bit. But I love you all, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Don't forget to subscribe because we are starting this thing up, and I'm going to be posting a lot. I'm going to write a book, which I have already started. I can't remember if I already mentioned that. I'm also going to start a podcast very, very, very soon and interview a whole bunch of BII victims, a whole bunch of BII survivors, as well as start interviewing plastic surgeons. I have stopped my entire businesses because I want to focus on this. I also want to start a 501c3 for women who are sick and cannot financially afford to get their implants out, which is so fucked up. So I've taken it upon myself to dedicate my life to this cause and to this movement and help as many women as I can. I love you all. Bye.